We've had a lot of actions over the first week of the Bombin World Cup, so let's have a recap of some of the matches and the current rankings of the group phase. Let's take a look at Group C. We have Master Chief versus Afghazi Blues. Master Chief scoring a banger with Pickled. What a hit! But unfortunately for him, this game ended in a 2-2 draw. Now you have to realise there's no special cards of Haiti players in the game, so this is what his squad looks like. The next game in this group was a neck-and-neck battle between Master Chief and Saeed, with Saeed taking the lead first, and Master Chief equalising with a great finish from Isidore.
Let's go! Golazo for Haiti!
Then Saeed went ahead again just before half-time with a banger from Danny Omo. The keeper was never going to stop that. Some interesting tactical adjustments were made, but I don't blame him given the lack of players. It did work out for Master Chief though. Nicely worked to get the ball inside the box to Pashas for the finish.
Let's go!
And just as Master Chief thought he had scrapped yet another important point, a defensive lapse gave Saeed the chance to take all 3 points home. Now I know this is a highlights video, but I just wanted to point out that this is why I don't recommend using a formation like 4-2-4, and on top of that you don't put deep line on your DMF. Because this is what happens. You got 4 attackers, 4 defenders who are not going to defend. The one midfielder can't defend 3 midfielders at once. So the midfield is completely empty and you're having to drag out one of your 5 defenders to fill in that gap, but then you just create space for your opponent. Things are looking good for Afghazi Blues and Saeed to qualify, but Master Chief still has a good chance to fight for a 3rd place qualifier. We'll all be cheering for the Haiti user. Let's move on to Group D. We have Pyroville versus iChat 3. iChat losing the ball just outside of the box. Pyroville duly pounced on the opportunity to lead 1-0. Right at the start of the second half, iChat 3 with Nuno Mendes went on an amazing run, finding João Felix for the cut-in and great composure here for the finish. Nothing is settled yet here in Group D. Pyroville and iChat 3 leading the group, but neither of them can feel comfortable yet. In Group F we have Deej versus Bombin. Deej took the lead first with a brilliant double touch to open up the angle to shoot. Bombin spots the run from Oyarzabal with a one-touch finish and equalised. Bombin's aggressive defending became his own downfall, pressing aggressively, which left space for Deej to take all 3 points home. We have a very tight game between Deej and Moretski. Deej took the lead with a nicely worked goal inside the box. Moretski came close in equalising, hitting the post twice. That still counts as a post, I guess. Deej holding on to a narrow lead and taking all 3 points. The LP9 and Deej are looking strong to qualify in Group F, but with Clix Fratello looking to come out of his hibernation, things could change drastically at the top of Group F. In Group I we had the Serpent versus Uniform Stone. This game was a bit of a walkover for the Serpent, who's using France, scoring 5 arguably quite easy goals. Uniform Stone did score a consolation goal late in the game to make it 5-1. The next game, Uniform Stone versus Alibaba, was an epic game. Alibaba took the lead early on in the game with a strike from Bellingham. Uniform Stone quickly equalised with a beautiful turn here with Ronaldo. In the second half, Kane spotted a great run of SA, and SA picking out the far corner for 2-1. A carelessness inside Uniform Stone's own half gave Alibaba the chance to go 2-0 up. But this was the start of an epic comeback from Uniform Stone. Spotting the run of Ronaldo, and he puts it to the far post beautifully despite the manual keeper. And we have Ronaldo again, Lovely control here with a chest, and the finish was unstoppable. In the added time of the game, Alibaba was playing with fire in his own half and lost the ball. Uniform Stone didn't rush though, waited for the space to open up, finding Ruben Neves for the finish and got the important 3 points. After that game, things looked a little bit more comfortable for Uniform Stone, taking on Seifel, who's using Argentina but in Barcelona's shirt. Uniform Stone did score first. This was a shot, by the way, turned into assist. After half-time though, Uniform Stone regained the lead, taking advantage of the inactiveness in defence. Once again, we see the aggressive, charging out defending paying the price. And we have 3-1. And we're not done here. Once again, Seifel failing to track the 1-2 runs, leaving Petroneto free to shoot. And a similar story here right at the end of the match. Once again failing to track the 1-2 runs, and it was an easy finish. The Serpents looking strong to qualify with 3 wins out of 3. The 2 wins for Uniform Stone were much needed, giving him a good shot at qualifying. We move on to Group J with me versus SV Ruler Eisen, and it was a Harry Kane masterclass. Kane opens the scoring, 1-0.
And this is Kane. He's picked his way through.
See if Kane can drive in.
Kane!
Oh, that was lucky. That was very lucky. He was ready, looking ready to get that hat trick. Here we go. That drawed his defender out.
Oh, nice touch.
Menu all the way.
And he's found a way past. He's had a shot.
Oh, Kane with a 4th. The next game was me versus Prodigy, which was a closer game. The inevitable Harry Kane opens the scoring again. First goal, Harry Kane yet again. But Prodigy equalised with a beautifully worked goal, toying me around the edge of the box. Nice recycling here. Oh, that was good. That's a lovely goal, that. Very well worked. And we're balanced 1-1. It was a pretty even game until the 78th minute. Ollie Watkins knocking down for SA, a nice dummy pretending to cut inside and finding space for the finish. SA, here we go, GP SA. The lead was further solidified with a goal 5 minutes after. Elliot Anderson driving into the box, and it's the SA Watkins duo once again. And it's 3-1. Right, that's... My third game was against Tiju, and it was a really tight game. Couldn't really find an opening until the 87th minute. GPSA came on with a smooth feed and a similar finish to the last game to seal a 1-0 victory. But just as I thought I was going to cruise through the group, out came Wu to gate crash the party. I did score first in the match with a nice cutback, but it didn't take him long to equalise, pouncing on the poor defending from me. Couldn't deal with Mbappe's pace and cutting inside. I have a whole video analysing the game, so make sure you go check that out. But yeah, this game finished 3-1 to Wu. So I'm currently topping Group J with 9 points, and that should be enough to see me through to the knockout rounds, but it's very likely that Wu would overtake me and take the top spot. Let's take a look at all the groups here. Spenny in Group G still was the only person to have a guaranteed top spot. Over to the mobile side, we don't have a lot of footage, understandably because most people play on a potato, but we have Nadir477 versus Buzz Lightyear in Group C, playing at 360p resolution in order to have a smooth connection and gameplay. But Nadir here, one of the few people who are representing their own nation, in this case Algeria, and he took an early lead, but he wasn't able to hold on to that 1-0 lead until the end of the game. It looks like both players are lagging a lot in this game, which is unfortunate, but yeah, the game ended 1-1. Not a lot of action yet in Group C, but Buzz Lightyear with 4 points is sitting at the top. In Group F, we have Puing Noob versus Dapin. Dapin catching the keeper coming out with a cheeky little lob. But it doesn't matter because Puing Noob quickly equalised with a give and go for Ferran to tap in. In the second half, we had a defensive mistake which led to a goal for Dapin. But this is only the start of an epic comeback for Poingnu, this time pouncing on Depin's defensive error. You guys really need to be spamming that clearance button. But I really don't understand how this is not offside. Maybe VAR doesn't exist on the mobile version. Later on in the game, we saw yet another defensive mistake. The CB charging out, leaving Oyarzabal free. And this is a beautiful finish to find the far corner. Poingnu's win over Depin might prove to be important later on, as he's only currently sitting at second spot, but could challenge for the top spot down the line. In Group K, we have Martial versus Nenjaweeb. Martial with France scored early on in the game with a long-range shot from Dembele. Nenjaweeb responded almost instantly with a long-range shot as well, but this time taking a wicked deflection. Watching this goal, I finally realized why mobile matches are much shorter than consoles. Because you can just run all the way from the halfway line and then score. And you can score 3 goals inside 12 minutes. Dembele is through on goal here, catching the keeper, running out. And it doesn't stop there. If you think Nenjaweeb has learned his lesson and not make the keeper run out then, you had too much trust in Timo Neuer. And if you think making the same mistake twice is enough for someone to learn not to do it again. They do say third time's a charm, but I think the charm is with Martial. So Martial with an important win, currently sitting at the top of Group K with 6 points. Mo Salah decided he's too busy and he had to focus on the real World Cup, so he's not participating anymore, which is a shame, but I wish him good luck. And so here are the groups on the mobile side. Benjamin Sesko from Group A and X7799 from Group J are the 2 players to have won their groups. So that's it for the recap for Week 1. Make sure you tune in for all the streams and make sure to look out for the Week 2 recap.